One of the strangest turns in today's news, Russia, long known as a gas exporter, is now reportedly importing gas after strikes hit its own energy system. Welcome to the Automated Daily, Top News Edition, the podcast created by generative AI. It is August 21st, 2026, and I'm Trend Teller. Here are the stories worth your attention today. This episode is brought to you by SurveyMonkey. Don't just know what happened, know why. SurveyMonkey can help you unlock insights by combining feedback with operational data to get vital context. Find the link in the episode notes. In a new development in the Middle East story we have been following, the United States says it is preparing what officials describe as the toughest sanctions package ever aimed at Iran. The focus is shifting toward a full economic pressure campaign, with Washington also pushing China, Gulf partners, and others to cut off remaining trade links. That matters well beyond diplomacy, because any serious squeeze on Iran could quickly ripple into oil prices and regional alignment. In Ukraine, officials say Russia carried out a large overnight assault on Kyiv and nearby areas, launching dozens of missiles and 168 drones. At least 17 people were reported killed and more than 40 injured, with residential neighborhoods and energy infrastructure among the targets. The scale of the attack is another sign that pressure on civilian systems remains central to the war. There were two more important developments around the Black Sea. Romania says one of its fighter jets intercepted and destroyed an explosive naval drone near a gas platform where hundreds of workers were present, and it is accusing Russia of being behind it. At the same time, Russia has reportedly started importing natural gas to ease shortages after Ukrainian strikes disrupted its own energy infrastructure. Together, those updates show how the war is increasingly reshaping the region's energy map as much as its military one. On the Korean peninsula, North Korea launched what Japanese authorities called a suspected ballistic missile, while U.S. and South Korean forces were holding joint exercises. The timing is familiar, but it still raises the risk of another cycle of military signaling, emergency alerts, and pressure for stronger missile defenses in the region. In the United States, federal authorities say they disrupted a potentially devastating attack targeting the New York State Capitol. Officials have not shared the full picture of the threat, but the case is likely to renew debate over domestic extremism, intelligence gathering, and how governments protect symbolic public sites before violence happens. In Hong Kong, pro-democracy figures Lee Cheuk-yun and Chow Hang-tung were convicted over their roles in organizing the annual Tiananmen Square vigil. The decision adds to the pattern of prosecutions tied to political organizing and public remembrance, and it will likely draw fresh scrutiny from abroad over civil liberties and judicial independence in the city. Elsewhere, infrastructure strain is disrupting daily life in several places. Israel's Ben Gurion Airport stopped operating after a labor dispute shut down check-in counters, snarling travel, tourism, and cargo routes. In eastern Libya, a widespread blackout left large areas without power, highlighting how fragile energy systems can be pushed further by political instability and severe environmental stress. And two serious incidents to close on. In southern Peru, a magnitude 6.7 earthquake shook communities across the region, with early reports suggesting no immediate major damage but inspections still underway in harder-to-reach areas. In Nigeria's Sokoto state, an overloaded boat capsized and killed at least 50 people, most of them children, in another tragic reminder of the cost of unsafe transport and limited emergency response. Thanks to our sponsor, Crisp Call. Crisp Call provides agentic cloud telephony for modern businesses. Find the link in the episode notes. That is your top news briefing for August 21st, 2026. I'm Trend Teller, and this was the Automated Daily Top News Edition. Thanks for listening, and I'll be back with the next update.